Keep pushing you away while I want you to stay. Amazing God is eyes, but my
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Isabel Omahi, and today I'll be showing you all how I created the rest of this gorgeous look. If you would love to see how I created this look, please do keep watching this video and do not forget to subscribe to my channel, drop a comment down below and give this video a huge thumbs up. I love you all. So I started off by using the Cosmetics micellar water to cleanse her face with a baby wipe, and after cleansing her face I went on with the Mario Badescu hydrating spray and I just used it all over her face, and I was just kind of closing her eye because I did not want this to spray so much in the lid part because it kind of enters the eye sometimes, so that's why I was covering the eyes. And now I'm using the CosRS hydrating essence and the snail mushroom hydrating moisturizer, and I'll be using the snail mushroom essence first of all over her skin. This is going to create a beautiful hydration on her skin, and after doing this I will be sealing this hydration with the moisturizer. So I just take my time and I apply these products, I layer them on, and after doing that I just do just a little gentle massage all over the face. This just helps to plump the blood up and it just helps the skin get ready for makeup. This is such a great routine to add to your skin prep because it just makes a whole lot of difference. Trust me, do a little bit of massage before you apply your products. And I'll be going over with this Vaseline lip balm on her lips to moisturize her lip. Going over with the Becca primer, I will be applying this on just the T-zone, that's the nose, a little bit on the forehead, just the part I feel like there is going to be a little bit of oil, and I just apply that in tapping motion. Right now I'm using my MAC concealer and I'm using the corrector, the yellow corrector, and a bit of the first concealer just to cover her eye bags. She has just a little bit of eye bags under her eyes, and I'm also using it to correct her chin and her jaw, just a little bit on the part of her jaw. And every part I just feel like there's a little bit of a discoloration, I just go over with the corrector and concealer and I'm just applying it, and then it's just going to give me a better base and a more flawless base, especially when I go over and apply my foundation. I would not need to use a whole lot of foundation. For my foundation, I'm using this Dose of Color foundation in 129 and the NYX Born to Glow foundation in Golden. This is just her perfect shade and it's just the perfect undertone. It's just the perfect yellow undertone and it applies and blends so beautifully. And this is actually medium coverage, and for people that don't have lots of things to correct on their face, I actually love to go with medium to light coverage foundations. I save the heavy coverage foundation or the full coverage foundation for people with, you know, more discoloration or more hyperpigmentations. Right now I'm going over with the beauty blender and I'm blending this foundation. I'm using the white Glam beauty blender to blend, and I'm just taking my time in tapping motion and I'm going all over the face and blending. Please do take your time when blending. Do not rush, take your time and make sure the product applies evenly and it's well blended. And do not forget to go on the neck and every part of the face. Do not forget to apply foundation on the neck part. So after blending my foundation, I will be going over with concealer. For concealer, I'm using the Born This Way concealer in Golden Beige and the Kevin Aucoin concealer in 12. I just mixed a bit of Kevin Aucoin with the Golden Beige and it just gave me the perfect concealer for Oma. So this is probably like 2 shades lighter than her base, and I'll be applying this under her eyes, in the middle of the nose, the bit on the forehead. I'll be going on the chin, the corners of her mouth, and I'm just strategically placing the concealers in the part I want to highlight. After doing my highlights, I will be going over with the foundation. This is also the NYX foundation in mahogany. Yes, this is the shade mahogany. I am using this to contour her face and also her nose. So I'm just applying it on the sides of the face and also a bit of the forehead and the nose, the sides of the nose. This is going to serve as my contour shade. And right now I'm also going to go over and I will blend every part I apply the contour. You guys, can you see how the skin is still skinny even with all this product applied? That is the power of a good skin prep. So right now I will be using the Eye Magic lip palette and I'm using that pink shade as my cream blush or liquid blush. Okay, more of a cream blush. And I'm just applying it at the cheek, a little bit at the tip of the nose and a bit at the forehead. And after doing this, I will be blending it into the part I contoured. And also I'm going to be taking it upward, but I'm going to also blend it with the contour so there are no demarcation in the face. After blending the cream blush, I will be going ahead and begin to blend my concealer. I actually always like to wait to blend the concealer last because I like it to get a bit tacky, so I kind of wait for it to set in for like a minute or two, and that minute or two I just go over and do my contour and cream blush, and when I am done with doing that, the concealer would have set at this point, and now I can go ahead and blend. And by doing this, I'm going to get a better coverage, I'm going to get a fuller coverage, and also it's easier to blend because it's kind of a bit more settled and more sticky. So I'm kind of taking my time and blending the concealer, and whenever I'm blending I always start from the end. I do not start from the beginning. If you start from the beginning of the eye to blend, it's just going to give you a more scattered, do I say scattered? It just would not blend as evenly as when you start from the end part. Using my Urban Decay setting spray, I'm just going over and I'm just applying that setting spray all over the face to just set all the product I applied. Right now I'm using these two powders. That's the number 7 powder in the shade Light and the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless powder in the shade 02. And I'm just going to be using this both finishing powder to set her under eye and every part I highlighted. First, I always go over and blend to make sure there are no lines before I go over with this brush, this stapling brush, and I just set. So this finishing powder, it just gives like a flawless set to the under eyes, and I absolutely love to do this process first before I go over with my setting powder. After doing this, I'm using this powder in the Morph palette. This is like the highlight powder, but I love it because it's so lightweight, and I also love that the shade is kind of yellow and it suits Oma. So I'm just using it as my overall powder instead of a highlight powder, and it came out so gorgeous. I absolutely loved it. I'm going over and I'm just going to use this to set every part of the face and make sure there's no part that is not set. And after doing this, I'll be using the blush in that same Morph face palette, and I'm just going to be using that and applying it on the cheek part. And I would also be using the bronzer in that palette to bronze her face and also to contour her nose. So yeah, I'm using the first bronzer to contour her nose, and also that will be my bronzer for the sides of her face. So guys, right now I skipped the process because after that process I went ahead and did the eye look. And if you would love to see how I created this eye look, please watch the previous video. So after that, I dusted off the powder under her eyes with the Flawless finishing powders, and right now I'm using this blush. This is the Beauty Creation blush in my favorite. This is like a beautiful gorgeous pink blush, and I'm just going to be using it all over her cheek. You guys, this blush is so pretty. This look came out so gorgeous. Using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid highlighter, this is in Perla. I'm just going to use a little bit of it to just give kind of like a light highlight, just a light glow when she turns the part of her face. It just gives like a beautiful finishing glow, and I absolutely loved it. And for the nose highlight, I will be using Artistic Couture highlighter in Coincided on the tip of her nose and the beginning part of her nose, and this is so pretty. You guys, please make sure you watch the previous video of how I created this eye before you watch, or before or after watching this video, anyone, it's fine. Right now for her lip, I'm using the Beauty Line by Didi lip pencil. This is a brown lip pencil, and I'm just going to be using this to line all over her lips. So I'll just taking my time making sure that I line this lip properly, and after lining this lip, I will also be using a little bit of a brown color in my lip palette, and I'm just going to also use it to blend out this lip liner I did. And now I'm going over with this shade from the Dose of Color lip stain. This shade is in Truffle. It's kind of like a light pinky shade, and I absolutely love this shade. And after applying this, I'm going to use a brush and blend it evenly with the brown so there are little or no demarcation. I'm just going to take my time to blend, because if you do not take your time to blend this, it's just going to apply unevenly and it will not look pretty. So taking my time, I'm just blending. And after that, I'm going to go in with a little bit of I'm going to go in and take a little bit of a white lip color from the Eye Magic lip paint, and I'm just going to be applying it in the middle of her lips just to make it pop a lot more. So when I apply the lighter color, I'm going to blend it properly, and then I'm using this clear gloss from the shop The Seventh Beauty collection, which is owned by Ronald the Seventh, and I absolutely love this gloss. It's just so plumping and so beautiful. When I'm done with the leaves, I'm going to go over my Urban Decay spray, and I'm just going to spray this face again, trying to make sure that there are no powdery look on this face. And this is the gorgeous look. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, drop a comment down below, and give this video a huge thumbs up. I hope you love this look as much as I loved creating this look. Thank you guys so much, and until my next video, bye bye.